Shalom. Giving all praises, glory, and honor unto Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahushai, Ba'ashem, Rechakwadash. Double honors to the elder apostles and bishops of the great millstone that rule well. Peace, blessings, and salutations unto the tabernacle of David, the hopeful elect that are scattered abroad across the four corners of the earth. Now, I didn't want to really do a lesson on this because at the end of the day, it's all, things that should be handled behind closed doors between two adults. It's none of people's business. But of course, when the moment you take something to social media, it becomes public business and everything gets out in the open. So, the scriptures, speak against, being busybodies and, being idle, which, society is full of idleness. So, we're in the information age of social media where, people's dirty laundry and secrets, it all gets put out in digital form for the world to, see. So everybody, I'm pretty sure, everybody remembers about over a year ago when you had, it was pretty much put out there that the rapper Remy Ma and Papoose, which they were supposed to be this, black love couple. It was like this image, that they were perpetuating that, two so-called black people, a black man and a black woman, they can be in such a platonic relationship. Nothing can go wrong. This dude, he went out of his way, to support this woman while she was incarcerated, after attempted murder. This dude was, constantly visiting this woman, and he put his rap career to the side to support this chick for her to get out. And, they marry, they have a child, only for her to throw it all down the drain by messing with some battle rapper that was actually up under her. Word, got on the street that she was having an affair with the guy. And, that's how everything started to stir up. And, you had a lot of people reporting on it, which, some of us made videos about it because it just goes to show you that, a lot of these women, they're totally out of order. And it's what'll happen if you give these women too much liberty. This environment is set up for women to be able to, mess around and without consequence, because like the scriptures say in Habakkuk, the law is slack and judgment never goes forth. They recently just made it in New York. Basically, it's legal to commit adultery. All right, so you got the man of sin, the man of lawlessness, who's in power. So this is why these type of things continue to happen. It's a common thing. So you as a man, you have to take your L if your woman decides to dip on you and go elsewhere. And then if you are married according to the state is going to basically side with the woman and give her pretty much everything that she didn't work for. So it's a lose-lose situation. And that probably explains why this dude Papoose, he didn't out the gate divorce this woman. He claimed that he requested divorce, but it really starts with you filing it. But what might go down, if you go through with that divorce, which is why it's not wise at all to try to marry on his side. All right, so this is part of why he's getting the bitter end of the stick, so to speak, in his relationship. She gets to move on and have her affairs and do her, and he has to deal with that. But now, what's being reported now is Remy went, I guess, to social media, which this is Doggy Diamonds TV. It was kind of covering it, and he showed her I guess she was posting screenshots of DMs where she's basically revealing that he was having some kind of affair with Clarissa Shields, and she's jumping out in her feelings. But I'm thinking the audacity, because you the one that actually destroyed your marriage. You was the one, while that man was actually being faithful towards you, you was out there creeping around. So why all of a sudden should people feel bad for you? How are you becoming a victim because he decided to move on? I'm pretty sure he started messing around after he learned about what you did. But she's trying to throw it back at that man like he's the one to blame, showing you that women in accountability are not great tag partners. They're not a good tag team. Women in accountability are not good tag team members. So now everything is getting aired out on social media, and he wanted to keep everything secret, right? Because not everything is everybody's business. But she was the messy one to decide to take it there because she was jealous. All right, she's the one in her feelings. That's why we always say, leave these women alone, man. Paul, hey, let me just get what Paul said. Certain Israelite groups got a problem with some of the advice that Paul was given. So they'll go as far as to say that he has no authority. But why wouldn't you want to take heed to this kind of advice? Look at what Papoose is going through now. 1 Corinthians 7:1, it says, now concerning the things whereof you wrote unto me, it is good for a man not to touch a woman. And then he gives very valid, reasons in this chapter. If I were you, I wouldn't touch a woman. But if you can't contain and you're burning, you need a woman, you need that feel, you need that soft touch, then to avoid fornication, marry you a woman. You're not sinning. But I'm gonna warn you, right? Let me jump down. This is verse let me jump down. Did I pass it? You shall have trouble in the flesh. Hold on, I think I might have skipped it. Damn. Hold up. Sometimes I have trouble, with my eyes when I'm trying to record on my phone. Trouble in the flesh. Because I'm pretty sure it's in this chapter, but I'm not seeing too good. All right. So this is verse 28. 1 Corinthians 7:28, and it says, and I'll start at 27. It says, art thou bound unto a wife? Seek not to be loosed. And that's what Papoose was trying to do, right? He was trying to be the reasonable, level-headed, person in the relationship, due to him being the man. Of course, when you're the man, you're the head, so you got to be level-headed, right? You got to think what's best for your union. The woman, she's not always capable of thinking clearly when her emotions are involved. So, you fight to, keep your marriage, but even though she might be in her feelings and, she'll dip off and do something stupid, right? And that's why those laws are in place, because women back then in the ancient world, they were not allowed to just do what the hell they want to do. You couldn't just break free and then go and hop on the next dude. You was, according to the law, you were bound under your husband by the law as long as he lived. And if you went and double crossed your man and went and dealt with another man while he was living, That was adultery, which we know is punishable by death. So, you hang on and you try to reconcile with her. And if, y'all can be reconciled, then, you save your marriage. But these women nowadays, they don't care. Now you move on and you feel like you're not, when you start to show the appearance of not being phased, by her and you moved on, that definitely will get under her skin. And I believe that's what's happening with Remy, why she all of a sudden wants to blow up the internet and, go on social media and try to out her husband. Everybody didn't forget you was the one that was in the wrong. You was foul. Okay. Now she's trying to spare herself of holding herself accountable. Try to play victim. It says, "Art thou loose from a wife? Seek not a wife. But if thou marry, thou hast not sinned. And if a virgin marry, she have not sinned. Nevertheless, such shall have trouble in the flesh. But I spare you." So it's a guarantee that it's going to be some problems, because you dealing with, women, especially if you're dealing with the so-called black woman. She's unhinged. All right, you dealing with a whole different type of species right there, man. You're gonna have problems, and hey, I'll say this: the other tribes of women, they right up to par with the so-called black women. They're just as psycho too, and they'll cheat, or I can't even say cheat because we don't really use that word. They'll commit adultery too. They'll play the whore too. Okay, so you just got to be careful in these last days. So this is in the NLT. It says, "But if you do get married, it is not a sin. And if a young woman gets married, it is not a sin. However, those who get married at this time will have troubles. And I'm trying to spare you those problems." So you're going to have problems, man. Okay. And, Papoose, he was trying to be this Queen of Heaven worshiping simp. All right. Trying to be the poster boy for, all simps. All right. Being a nice guy, which the word nice means to be naive, to be simple. And he learned the hard way. Then he decided to move on after he got humiliated. And he went and found him another little piece. And now she's jumping out. So I guess he posted a tweet addressing everything, because he really stayed quiet the whole time. He didn't really address social media. Right. And I don't know if y'all can really see it. Let me hold up. But basically, Doggy Diamonds got the screenshot. And this is basically what he said. He said, "Sad to say that Remy Ma is a narcissist." She clearly is, man. A straight bird bitch from the projects in Bronx. You knew she was no good, bro. You really gonna find something good out of there? She's very masculine, by the way. I don't see the appeal in a masculine woman. There's no woman as masculine as a so-called black woman. All right, you couldn't change my my opinion on that, because I see it with my very eyes myself. But chicks like Remy, even her voice, super manly, man. And then I don't know what's up with Papoose, because, if you was laying up with Clarissa Shields while already having to deal with that, and she's no different. All that testosterone flowing through that anatomy. Come on, bro. But, dudes, they like what they like, but geez, it couldn't be me. All right. But anyway, he said she chose to cheat repeatedly. Now that I finally moved on, she's playing the victim. Yeah, don't want to be held accountable. Women, they hate accountability, man. I have requested a divorce numerous times. She rather clout chase on social media than handle this like civilized adults. Well, women, a lot of these women, they don't behave like adults. All right, they still behave like children, but want you to respect them like adults. I did not want to do the social media foolishness for the sake of my 6-year-old baby. She has to go to school. As you can see, I remained quiet through this all. All right. And then I think he also showed a screenshot of his woman. I'm gonna see if Doggy Diamonds actually pulled it up. Let me see. Here it is. Now this was way out of line, but he had to do it. Since we doing a social media thing, I'm gonna just put this out there. So Papoose, he had posted another a post on his, I believe that's on his Instagram, and it's a picture of his former wife laid up with the battle rapper that she was having an affair with. She laid up with this dude in front of a Christmas tree. She not with her daughter. She's with this dude, wilding out. But yeah, she's supposed, but she can play victim. Everybody's supposed to feel bad because Papoose was having an affair. This is way out of line, man. So, and that's a receipt. So if they do, matter of fact, if they do go to a divorce court, he has the evidence. She was the one that was disloyal. So maybe that'll help them, or it's like it help him in the court. This chick she's vile, man. She's vile and foul. She's trifling. And he kept quiet after all that, allegedly. All right, he said, while I was at home with my daughter last Christmas, which we ain't supposed to be celebrating that. Is pagan, of course, but Jake gonna be Jake. It says and this dude's supposed to be Muslim for what I hear, showing that these niggas they ain't about nothing, man. It says this is where Remy Ma was. Now that I finally moved on, she's angry, making up lies, narcissist. I told you her we could divorce like adults. She refuses to do that because I wouldn't lie and say I didn't knock this chump out. I still got the messages of her begging me to lie about the knockout. But who cares? He didn't throw one punch back. Super soft. Last time I checked. It's like last time I saw this chump, he was in fetal position. So he's basically like, I embarrassed this dude. She sleeping with the dude who wouldn't even be able to protect her. So these chicks are straight birds, man. Hell, I can't even disrespect birds. Birds even got more sense. This chick is just bottom of the barrel. She's low. She's low grade. Why would you even want to deal with these women? But and I don't know if he learned because, Clarissa Shields. Come on, my man. So let's go back into the scriptures. Because her doing this, is very typical. Let me get Proverbs 30 and 20. Proverbs 30 and 20. And it says, an adulterous woman consumes a man, then wipes her mouth and says, what's wrong with that? Basically just a very nonchalant attitude. Like, she didn't do anything wrong in her eyes. And a lot of women, they find a way to justify their own wrongdoing. They'll if they get bored with you, they'll find a justification to dip off. Or if you have an affair, she's gonna basically go tit for tat with you. She's gonna retaliate by her getting with a dude, which that's still unlawful. Even if your man happen to have an affair with another woman, technically, according to the law of the Most High, he wouldn't be, he wouldn't be in trouble unless that other female that he's having an affair with is in a marriage if she's married. But if she's just a chick that he's dealing with and she ain't tied with nobody, he's not going off. Now, sure, that you would rather him not be secretive about it, but you women wouldn't be able to handle the truth anyway if he told you. That's why men try to keep it secret. But anyway, you do that, you're going off completely. She don't think there's nothing wrong with that because she lives in a world or a society where women are not held accountable. All right. So they could do these type of things freely, knowing that there's nothing is going to happen to them. That's why the Lord put it in the law that both the man and the woman that committed are to be put to death. If this was the ancient world, or if we was in the Holy Land, if we had our own sovereignty, then he would have had the right. He would have been legally. He would have had legal right to tombstone both of them. All right, you already know the law, Leviticus 20 and 13. So this is let me get Hebrews 13 and 14, and it says, hold up. It might be let me go to the previous chapter. It is Hebrews 4 and 13. It says, nothing in all creation is hidden from the Most High, which is why everything always eventually comes out. All right. People get exposed left and right, especially with, the internet, the World Wide Web. Nothing stays secret anymore. Things are definitely bound to come out. Can't hide anything anymore. He says everything is naked and exposed before his eyes, and he is the one to whom we are accountable. All right, so you women that don't like to be held accountable for stuff when you do shit, just know that there is one that you're going to be held accountable to. There's one that you definitely going to give account to in that day. And that goes for everybody, but for these women that think because society absolves them of their behavior and coddles them and pedestalizes them, then they don't think that they're going to have to eventually give an account. You're sadly mistaken. It's only for so long this behavior can go. I mean, we living in Babylon the Great. This place is already written, etched in stone for judgment. All right. This place is going to get totally destroyed. It's going to all of America is going to become the lake of fire. That's the second death. And what is the judgment of a whore, especially? Like if you were a priest and your daughter was a whore, did you know that according to the law, you would have to burn her? And prior to getting stoned, they burned whores, man. Go and read up in Genesis, was it the 38th chapter? Where Judah, he had to run in with Tamar. And, he pretty much, looked at her as a whore for what she did, even though what she did was actually righteous because it helped to preserve the seed of Judah. But he called for the woman and basically claimed that, hey, she needs to be burned because she played the whore. So that shows you that they used to burn harlots back then. So Babylon is the mother of harlots. And you have this one woman, this Edomite woman. She looked like an Edomite. I'm not sure what she was, but she was asked a question because she admitted that she laid with 101 dudes in one day, in a 24-hour period. And when she was trying to explain about the experience, you can tell her spirit was completely broken apart. She couldn't even formulate a complete sentence. She knew she was ashamed. Her spirit was in gross darkness, man. And you got and she volunteered. Nobody didn't force her to do what she did. She did that. And these are the type of decisions a lot of these women are out here making in Babylon because they're given the freedom, the liberty to do it. And that's why it says in Sirach, was it the 25th chapter? Or it might be the 26th chapter. I think it's the 26th chapter. Let me get that. Yeah, Sirach 26, and I'll start at 9. It says, the whoredom of a woman may be known in her haughty looks and eyelids. If thy daughter be shameless, she has no shame about herself. She's not modest. She's not humble. Keep her in straitly, lest she abuse herself through overmuch liberty. And a lot of these women, they didn't have fathers growing up in this society, due to, the feminist wave. It taught these women that, they didn't need their men. So you got a bunch of homes with no fathers in them. So these women are raising little girls and they grow up to become out of control. All right. And society gives them whatever they want. So they go out there and they abuse themselves. They make all the wrong decisions. In the ancient world, she was under her father until her father married her off into a husband. And you married your woman. It's like you married your daughter off to a man that he had a good reputation. He wasn't no dummy. He had a skill. He made a good living, an honest living. All right. He feared the Most High. But today, they look at the men that they mama bring around them and think that that's, and he ain't about shit. So they just get a dude based off their emotions because they attracted to the guy, and that's all it takes. She go out there and end up in all these relationships, all these different spirits is on her, and they become a ruined product, not worth the buy. They took of her virginity, Ben took. And that's what you basically left with in this society, man. By the time she becomes of age, she's already tainted and tarnished. Especially a chick that come from the projects. Come on, Remy Ma. Like, dude was, I don't know what he saw in that chick. But the scriptures warn about this behavior, man. It says, watch over an impudent eye and marvel not if she trespass against thee. She will open her mouth as a thirsty traveler when he have found a fountain and drink of every water near her. By every hedge will she sit down and open her quiver against every arrow. She's going to go out there. She's going to be loose, sleeping with everything moving. She's going to be on what they call it, the cock carousel. Okay. So that's why you got this behavior going on, man, because of the liberty. Scriptures say, give the water no passage, neither give her liberty to gather abroad, man. Or she's going to trespass against you. So let me, Hebrews 13 and verse 4. That's where I meant to go. Hebrews 13 and 4 says, give honor to marriage and remain faithful to one another in marriage. The Most High will surely judge people who are immoral and those who commit adultery. Let me read it in the KJV. It says, marriage is honorable in all, in the bed undefiled, but whoremongers and adulterers the Most High will judge. All right. And Remy, she's going to be judged. All right. Despite her trying to play victim, she's going to be judged. All right. And any women that empathize, or you more than likely get down the same way. All right. Let me get Romans 14 and 12. Because whether you get away with it on this side or not, ultimately everybody must give an account to our Maker. Romans 14 and 12. It says, so then every one of us shall give an account to himself, give an account of himself to the Most High. NLT. It says, yes, each of us will give a personal account to the Most High. And that's facts, man. This is why you're supposed to fear him. All right. And these people don't fear. Ecclesiastes 11 and 9 in the NLT says, young people, it's wonderful to be young. Enjoy every minute of it. Do everything you want to do. Take it all in. But remember that you must give an account to the Most High for everything you do. Most High is, he's constantly watching. Everything is naked, all right, to his eye. He sees it. He sees it all. So you definitely don't get away scot-free. You could try to throw the blame on others, but you're responsible for your actions, your decisions. And a lot of these women, they don't like that. They don't like accountability. And because men understand how society is right now, this is the reason why you see so many men crashing out. This is why you're starting to hear more rampant, more common. Men are basically ending their significant others and themselves. They'll take out their woman and then they'll take out themselves. Which, I never understood that. Why not go after the dude and the woman? Because they both are guilty. But, men, this is what's going on in this society because things are out of order. All right. That's why in the kingdom, everything's going to go back to its natural order because the law is going to go forth. Pursuant to Isaiah, the 2nd chapter, Micah, the 4th chapter. All right. The law is going to go forth and it's going to rule over the world. We ain't going to have none of this shit going on. All right. Ain't going to be no women creeping out and having affairs. Men are not going to have to keep it a secret if they're dealing with another woman. Women are going to learn that men can have multiple women. And women are going to learn that, hey, as soon as you get with a man, you with that man for life. Because your body's only designed to deal with one man. All right. And Pap, he couldn't go back to that woman. She was already tainted. It tells you that in Jeremiah, that if a woman basically leave from her man to go and deal with another man, can you take that woman back? Can you remarry? Well, this is what the scriptures say. If a man divorces a woman, Jeremiah 3 and 1, and she goes and marries someone else, he will not take her back again, for that would surely corrupt the land. All right. But you have prostituted yourself with many lovers. So why are you trying to come back to me, says the Lord? I'll read it in the KJV. They say, if a man put away his wife and she go from him and become another man's, shall he return unto her again? Shall not that land be greatly polluted? Because she already got that man's, the other men, because I'm pretty sure it ain't just one dude. She got the other men's vibration and spirit on her. All right. So she's clearly polluted. Contaminated. Her spirit is contaminated. All right. She got that DNA all up in her. So she's ruined. You can't go back to that. It says, but thou hast played the harlot with many lovers, yet return again to me, saith the Lord. All right. So, yeah, man, this is why we always say stay away from her. And really, it's an American thing. It's the West. All right, these women had it the way they've had it for these last 5-6 decades or so. And this is the results of that. But, the so-called black woman, she always has to top everybody. Okay, she's the worst right now. But eventually, the Lord's gonna clean them up. But a lot of them got to go through the second death first. And yeah, that's what I said to was his name Razawan? I'll forget his name. The head dude from BOW. Yeah, after the second death, they're going to be cleaned up and they're going to come back in their right mind. Then that's when our women going to be righteous again. All right. And to you sisters that are, that woke up and that transformed your life, continue to stay on that straight and narrow, man. And be disgusted when you see these type of things going on, because women in this world, even if they don't agree with it, they won't hold these other women accountable. That's why this shit goes on. And it gives, all of the women a bad rep, based on the actions of, some of these women. So anyway, I'm gonna close with that, and I'm gonna give all praise to Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai. Until the next lesson, Shalom.